Okay, so Mike Moustakis, he does it again last night, October 10th, 10-10. Um, he hit a home run in the 10th inning on 10-10, and his home run gave them 8 runs. So the Royals beat the Orioles 8-6. So I made a video about the new South Park, the first one of the season that had to do with the Redskins. And then the next week they had one that was called gluten-free Ebola. And the whole point of the episode was that the food pyramid was wrong and they had to flip it over. And so they had to eat more like butter and fats or whatever. And that's like solved the problem. And they were making fun of Ebola and everything. Well, Ebola has a whole bunch of stuff to do with a lot of these old virus movies. And in the movie 12 Monkeys, Bruce Willis goes back in time for one. But there's a part in the movie where it has the word globe, which is Ebola upside down. So, I mean, in the South Park, the solution was to flip over the pyramid and to flip it upside down. And then in this movie, they have Ebola flipped upside down. So when I think about Royals, Kansas City Royals, I think of Lorde, the song Royals. It's been a really big popular song. And also, on the newest South Park, the whole episode was basically about how Stan's dad is actually really Lorde. And if you take a little closer look to Lorde, oh, let's see here. Her only album out is called Pure Heroin. Heroin is also called H. H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. The song Royals, let's see here, is the 3rd song on the album. So you have H and 3, so that is 3/8. And guess how Lorde got the inspiration to write the song Royals? It is actually from George Brett, a famous Royal player. Uh, she told VH1 that she wrote the song after seeing a photo of George Brett signing baseballs, and the name Royal stuck out to her, and she thought it was a cool word, and she made the song out of that. It has nothing to do with baseball or anything else, but it's named after from George Brett. That's crazy weird. Lorde is also the youngest singer to be number one on the Billboard charts in the U.S. in 26 years. 26 years ago was 1988. And if my computer would go faster, which it won't here, it's kind of annoying, but hold on one second. Okay, it's working a little better now. But yeah, Lorde is the first solo artist to reach the number one on the charts in the United States since Tiffany on February 6th of 1988. Lorde also is she just released a single that is going to be on the Hunger Games Mockingjay movie that comes out in November. She also gets to handpick all the artists that are going to be on the album or whatever, but she just released her single like a week ago, I think. And if you scroll on here and you look at the soundtrack here of this movie, um, Lorde did the single. The soundtrack is set to be released on November 18th, 2014. Well, November 18th, what is that? 11/18, which is 1118. Another strange thing, Lorde decided to take Lo Fang out on tour with her and last spring um, because one of his songs was her second favorite song in the year 2013. The song is called Number 88. And I'll show you here. Uh, so the album that the song is on came out in February of 2014. The song was actually released as a single on October 7th of 2013. So that's Lorde's second favorite song of last year, and this guy goes on tour with her. What are the odds that the song is titled 80, number 88? I mean, what? That's fake. I mean, come on, that doesn't even make sense. Now, another interesting thing is that I've seen a bunch of stuff where colloidal silver is supposed to actually cure Ebola, and this guy, though, he drank it and he turned blue. He literally turned blue because of drinking silver. And and then you got this guy's album was called Blue Film. I don't know, I just thought that was kind of weird. I mean, blue can also have to do with like the ocean and Neptune and the trident, and all that has to do with eights as well. Neptune, eight planet from the sun. Um, all right, and for the song Royals, I found three different release dates. On Wikipedia here, it says uh, up here it says August 2nd, which is two eights, and then but you come over here and it says June 3rd, which is three sixes. Crazy. But the reason for this is because it actually came out on two different albums, Pure Heroin, but she also had an EP, and an EP they have like just singles on them basically. It's not like a full album. And that actually, so the actual real release, the song was on March 8th, 2013, which is 3/8. And that is the same day that the Malaysian airline went missing. Or, well, it is 1 year after. Like, this was released in 2013, but March 8th, 3/8 is the day that I'm getting at. So, March 8th is also International Women's Working Women's Day. So, International Women's Day is considered the first spring holiday in Ukraine. And if you go back over here to the Wikipedia page and you go to 2014 and you scroll down, or 2017, whatever, you scroll down and you look over here at these pictures. This is the Ukrainian group Femin calling for a sex strike to protest blah blah blah. Why are they holding a sign why are they holding that up? An 8 with an infinity on it. Like, I mean, it could represent March 8th, but wouldn't you think that it would say, like, March or have a 3 or something to do with not just 8? And, I mean, it's an infinity. 8, it really looks like an infinity sign, and it's 8. Like, what? Why? I don't understand the purpose of that. And it's in Ukraine. And there's been, you know, the big Ukraine crisis thing has been in the news a lot lately. And there was also a Malaysian airline that went down in Ukraine on, what, July 17th? And I'll show you that in 1 second. So the second plane that was shot down over Ukraine, this is the crash site right here. What do you have right here when you look at it? H. That is 8-8, or Heil Hitler. Crazy stuff. And what do the Malaysia flights have on them? They have the trident on their tail there. And Ukraine's flag, or coat of arms. What is it? It actually is a trident, even if it doesn't look like it here. If you look it up, it actually is, it comes from a trident. And they also have a Neptune statue in Ukraine, and Neptune used the trident. And there's all kinds of stuff about Neptune and 8's. I've already talked about it, just wanted to point that. And one last thing I want to throw in here, it has nothing to do with it, but I just made a video on the Pope and he's killing the Catholic Church. And today, when I got on Yahoo, there was an article with him about gay marriage and how the Catholics they're changing their tone. He said, "Who am I to judge about gay people or whatever?" Like, they haven't changed their stance completely, but they're making a move towards, where is it here? Yeah, they're trying to make a move towards changing the tone of Catholics against homosexuals or whatever. I just thought that was funny considering I had just made a video talking about how the Pope is gonna destroy like the values of the church or whatever. But anyway, today is October 8th, so it's 8/11, Oct 8. Um, so who knows what's gonna happen? The Royals play again tonight. The Cardinals also play, and the Giants play, and there is 8's around them as well. So we'll find out. We'll see what happens. Anyway, peace. Have a good night. Um, or night. Have a good afternoon. Um, yeah, that's it.